Hey y'all, welcome back to the Love Studio, where we talk about all things love, relationships, entrepreneurship, getting that coins, living your best life, and everything in between. If that's something that interests you, please keep watching this video. And if you are a first time watcher, if you are just joining the Love Studio, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. And let's get into the video on today. Yo. So today I want to talk specifically to my girls, to my sisters, to my melanated women. This video is for you, and it's why you should be an entrepreneur, why you should start your own business. I have a little bit of a disclaimer before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video. I know that entrepreneurship is not for everyone. I also know that everyone does not desire to be an entrepreneur. I also know that some people are afraid to step out on their own. I know that some people are afraid to be entrepreneurs. I know that some people are, quite frankly, afraid of the work. So this video is for those who are afraid. And it's also for those who maybe have never thought about it. It's for those who have thought about it and they are procrastinating. And it's for anybody else who wants to know why we need more Black female entrepreneurs. So let's go. All right. And as always, I have some notes in front of me because I don't want to forget anything. As I always say, you know, your girl likes to talk, and I will talk and talk and talk and talk and kind of stray away from the topic or go a little bit too deep. So I keep my notes in front of me. All right, let's go. So I'm going to read to you guys an African proverb. If you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Yes. So the very first time I heard that, it was from Oprah Winfrey, and she was, it was at the ribbon cutting ceremony of her new school, all-girls school in Africa. Of course, on TV. I mean, I wasn't there or anything. And that has always stayed with me. I thought that that was so powerful. And when I heard it, I thought that it was true. But I didn't really, you know, give much thought to it because I was, you know, quite young the first time I heard that. But I think that is so amazing, and I think that it's really true. Oftentimes we'll see men, and not all men, this is not indicative of all men, but it's just how things tend to go. A man will, you know, start a business or do something great, and he will help his family, you know, and he will provide and all of that. But not necessarily teach other people how to get on that same level. But a woman, 9 times out of 10, especially for the women that I know, they are going to share that knowledge. They are going to share that information, and they're going to make sure that everybody can benefit off of what they have. And that's just how we're built. So I say that to say this. This channel in itself is all about female empowerment. It's all about being a whole, complete woman. It's about entrepreneurship, clearly. It's about getting our money and knowing what to do with it. It's about love in our life and just all the different things that we have to juggle. I am all about Black women. I really am. You know that statement, I believe Issa Rae was the first one to say it. Well, maybe not the first one to say it, but they recorded it, whatever, that, you know, she's rooting for everybody black. I am definitely rooting for everybody black, but I'm doubly rooting for every black woman. That is for sure. And that's not to say that I am not rooting for good people in general, but I mean, my sisters, my people, for sure, I'm rooting for everybody black. Believe that. So yeah, let's really get into the meat and potatoes of why I think that as a black woman, you should own a business. You should consider entrepreneurship and how to really affect change in our community. So number one, we're already doing it. We already making our mark on the world, so we should keep doing it. 35% of black business owners are women, with 23% more women than average. Black entrepreneurs remain one of the demographics with the highest ratio of women to men year over year over year. So y'all, we are already doing it. And while I am not a person that follows trends, this is one trend I am going to follow, and I encourage you to follow. We are already doing it. They say that the future is female. Not only is it female, it's going to be a black female. It is going to be a black female. Right now in the Democratic Party, we have a black female vice president candidate. Y'all, that is indicative of the future. That is what the future is going to look like. If we keep pushing forward, let's keep that momentum going. Going back to Proverbs. Not only will you be teaching and showing and providing for your family, you'll be providing for your community. You'll be providing jobs for more people who look like you, and you will be showing little girls and little boys alike what it means to be an entrepreneur. And when I think about it, when I first became an entrepreneur, I remember doing a video, and I was showcasing what it was like to be a black female chef and entrepreneur here in New Orleans. And I remember saying, you know, I didn't see a lot of entrepreneurs. I didn't even really know the word back then. But now that I really think about it, the first entrepreneur that I ever encountered or knew personally was the Candy Lady. Y'all, we've been about the hustle. We've been about our coins, and we have been about making ends meet and doing what was necessary. We've always had that enterprising mind. The Candy Lady, she saw a need within a community and she fulfilled it. I stayed in an apartment complex when I was growing up. You don't have to go to the store. You want a snack, you want a cold cup, a frozen cup, or whatever you call it where you're from. She had it. Little homemade Rice Krispie treats, pickles, chips, penny candy, drinks, whatever it was that you wanted, she had it. She was an entrepreneur. She had her own business. She had hours of operation. Okay. She had a set product. She had a price list. You know, she even had people to help her. She was an entrepreneur, and that is so amazing. Who doesn't have a Candy Lady in their community? Who doesn't remember the Candy Lady? We've been doing this. I mean, we have been innovative as well as trying to make extra income for ourselves, helping out our families. We've been innovative. And when I really think about it, you know, I have been an entrepreneur. At one point, my dad started, he was the candy man. All right. He was the candy man, and he had a van that he turned into, a little store. It was a real old school van. You opened up the back doors, and he had, things hanging from both doors. He had a big ice chest where he kept all the drinks. And then he created shelves all around the back of the van. So when you open the door and you have that section here, he had shelves with stuff on it. And then he had bags of chips hanging behind it. And then he had some more shelves with bigger jars of candy. And the same thing on the other side, right? And so I used to help him. I definitely got it from him, that entrepreneur bug. So I used to sell things at school. I would have chips, noodles, whatever. I would keep it in my bag and I would sell those things at school. And once I got to college, I did hair. I didn't think about, oh, I had my own business. I didn't think about, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I thought about, this is something I can do. I want to make some coin. Let's do it. And so I did hair. I braided everybody's hair. At one point, people thought that I had to pay for my own tuition because I braided hair so much in college. So I said that to say that for most of us, the hustle is in us, right? The hustle, the know-how, the desire to make money. So let's level up. Let's really, really level up and do it for ourselves. My next point, why you should be an entrepreneur. And not just in corporate America, but all across the board. Being a woman and a Black woman, at that, you are making significantly less money than your peers. Did you hear me? Because you are a woman and a Black woman. Because of the system in the country that we live in, you are going to make significantly less coin. Not because you are less qualified, not because you have less education, but simply because of how you were born. You are going to make less money than your peers because you are a woman. As I've said in every video that I've done on entrepreneurship, it's not easy, and you may not initially in the beginning make millions of dollars. However, you can and you will get to that point where you are absolutely successful and absolutely successful financially. There is no cap on the amount of money you can make. There is no glass ceiling. There is no cap, really, on how much money you can make when you have your own business. When you are an entrepreneur and you are calling the shots, your financial future is, who knows? It's really up to you how much money you are going to make. I think that really in this video, I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reasons listed out that way to tell you why you should be an entrepreneur. It's just more so that I believe in you. I believe in us. And I think that we need to be represented more. As many of us as there is with businesses, I think there should be more. I think that as Black women, a lot of times we are undervalued and unappreciated. I think that we don't have to wait on somebody else to give us an opportunity. Somebody does not have to create our dream job. We can create our dream job. And then we are in the control, in the front seat, right? We are in the driver's seat and we are creating our own narrative. We are hiring people. We are setting the standard. We are building our community. We are giving back to our community. We are creating the opportunities for our community. We're showing other people within our community, girls and boys alike, how to be entrepreneurs, how to start their own business or how to run a business. Because like I said, everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur and start their own business. But that does not mean that we are not capable of being the CFO, the CEO, being the vice president, the senior vice president, the marketing executive, or whatever it is in somebody else's business, but let it be our own, right? Let it be within our own community. Let's create those opportunities so we don't have to go out and find jobs with other people who may not have our best interests at heart, where it's a level playing field, where we can push each other and motivate each other to do better and to reach our full potential. Let's create that opportunity for ourselves and for our people. I think that in so many other communities, that's what they do. I remember having neighbors, and these neighbors, it looks like every 6 months, new people were coming, and then people started to, and they own, I don't know if brothers, gas stations, or all over, or if they're just here in New Orleans or just in the South. I'm not sure. But what they were doing, and they all worked at this same place, right? It would be like 7 or 8 of them in this one house, and they would stay for a while. They would work at different locations of the store until they had made enough money, had learned all the skills that they needed to learn in order to now have their own stores. They were working to send money to their families, or money to the next set of people that were going to come over and work, so that everybody, every family was provided for. Again, y'all, we have got to start doing that. The way to build generational wealth is ownership. And I'm piggybacking off of some friends of mine. They just did a YouTube video and a podcast on ownership and owning your own stuff, so that nobody else has the control of the rights. There's no censorship. And I am going to insert their information in the video and the podcast below. It's a really good listen. You should definitely watch it and listen to it. Generational wealth. There is no generational wealth without ownership. Y'all, my video, well, my camera died and I had no more space left on my phone anyway. So yeah, sorry the video ended so abruptly, but there's more coming. Bye, y'all.